U.S. moves to seize more than 500,000 barrels of Iranian oil it says was illegally trafficked.
Here's a summary of the article.
Washington. The Justice Department announced Friday that it was seizing more than 500,000 barrels of internationally sanctioned Iranian fuel that officials said was illegally trafficked to provide funding for the country's paramilitary force. Prosecutors announced criminal charges related to the sale of the crude oil to buyers in China, Russia, and Syria. All of Iran's crimes cost money. And the FBI will remain committed to enforcing U.S. sanctions that keep money out of its coffers. Attorney General Merrick Garland said in a statement that the Justice Department will continue to use every authority we have to cut off the illegal financing and enabling of Iran's malicious activities, which have become even more evident in recent months. The cases are the latest major ones related to Iran unsealed by the Justice Department this week. On Monday, prosecutors announced charges against an Iranian national accused of conspiring with 2 Canadians in a murder-for-hire plot on U.S. soil that was ultimately disrupted. The more than 500,000 barrels of fuel that the U.S. is moving to seize were valued at over $25 million aboard the Abyss oil tanker.
This post received a score of 3,400, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
They produce over 3 million barrels a day, so that's like 4 hours worth of oil that was seized.
Or, think of it as 36 minutes of oil consumption in the US.
It hurts enemies and is 3 minutes of oil even? Sounds like a good deal.
While I agree, I feel a better long-term route is to reduce oil consumption used for transportation. Taking money away from enemies is done on a grander scale if we stop using 60% on moving things around. I realize that even if tomorrow everyone started riding bikes, using mass transit and EVs, we're always going to be using oil to make plastics and other things. But the power of oil-producing countries would be significantly reduced if oil dependency was reduced. And another thing. Accidentally falls off soapbox.
Electric vehicles are a possibility, but still have the car infrastructure? Problem. I live relatively close to work at 6.5 miles. A distance that would be beakable in about 30 minutes fairly easily, if there were bike infrastructure instead of a 2 feet wide shoulder next to 55 miles per hour traffic. This isn't a high traffic or long distance commute city in general.
People need to be realistic and understand that while EVs are likely the end solution, technology is simply nowhere near at the level we can produce enough clean power, or extract the minerals needed in a clean enough way. Of course by then battery tech would be at the level where it would be functional as well. With current extraction methods, power generating methods, and end-of-life disposal issues, modern, relatively clean ICE engines are going to chug along, pun intended, until the tech catches up.
Hybrids brah, all about the hybrids. If they really dialed in on hybrids we would have super fast crazy efficient cars that get like 60 miles a gallon.
I really feel like the Mad Max version of the future is going to be the one we end up in.
Nope, sorry. You get Waterworld and you will like it.
But I want Theme Park World sad face.
Zombieland it is.
That's just around $40 million United States dollars worth of oil. Pocket change.
Presumably it's a threat that if Iranian proxies feel they can hit merchant shipping unimpeded, the US and anyone else can threaten Iranian oil shipping.
The US has been confiscating Iranian oil shipments for years. That's not a new development.
The more than 500,000 barrels of fuel that the U.S. is moving to seize were valued at over $25 million aboard the Abyss oil tanker. I wonder how long before Iran re-seizes the ship. Iranian oil tankers seem to be in a never-ending ownership loop.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.